Good afternoon. Today is the 27th of January. The weather is a little bit on the moist side, but my spirits are not dampened particularly because I have an announcement to make. So those of you who would have watched the last video on my channel, which is when I answered some of your viewer questions, will know that I alluded to at least the fact that we had found a replacement for this MG3. The car is still on the market, by the way. I'll put the Auto Trader link in the description below. It is the cheapest MG3 on the entirety of Auto Trader. There's over 330 cars on there. These days, MG3s are becoming more popular. Yes, even so, it doesn't seem to have gone yet. But yes, if you know anybody who would like one, then there is a walk around of the car, as well as the advert. You can have a look for that. I did a walk around, less than 10 days ago, I would have thought. But anyway, that's not what I'm going to talk about principally. The main reason for this video is the fact that I did buy something on Friday, and I'm hoping to pick that up this week. I did tease the particular car that it is in the last thumbnail for the video, which you would have seen on Friday. I didn't have any comments actually about anybody asking why I'd used that picture, but that is the actual car. It's a 2008 Vauxhall Astra 1.8 design twin top. It's got very slight modifications on it, in the sense that it has a performance exhaust on it. And so it develops a little bit more than the standard horsepower. Standard, those were 140 horsepower. This is 150 horsepower. You can actually get slightly more throttle response from the car by putting it in sport mode. That was a feature that was exclusive on the twin top to the design and the turbo variant. So it was a turbo petrol as well, and this is the design. It's actually a very highly specified car. It's got keyless entry, not that I was particularly looking for that, parking sensors and cruise control, which were all optional extras at the time. It's got a part leather interior, although there is a little bit of wear on that. The alloy wheels do need a refurbishment, which will be done. But most importantly of all, the car had a top-end rebuild less than a year ago. New cylinder head gasket, new timing belt, and a new water pump on a Family 1 engine, and this is a Family 1 engine. The water pump actually forms part of a tensioning mechanism, so that has been replaced. I'm also going to replace the expansion tank because that got a little bit nasty when the head gasket failed. Now, the reason the head gasket failed on that car isn't because particularly there's a problem with the design of the engine. It's because somebody hadn't changed the timing belt. Now, if there's something that you should really know about cars, and that, you know, Mr. Coleman, rubbish mechanic, keeps telling me, who be working on the car, you must change the timing belt of your car, preferably before the manufacturer says. In the case of something like this Astra, the car's already done 75,000 miles, so it's not actually due to be changed as they say it would be, but it's due to the age of the car. It's a 2008, it's 12 years old, it should have been done in about 8 years, maximum, preferably about 6. So that is the bad news. The good news is that the top-end rebuild's been done, and that is great. The wheels need a refurbishment, as I've probably already said, but it is very nice to drive. I went to a little drive round the area where the seller lives with him, with the top down, the roof. The roof seems to work just fine. The car actually has an electronic boot lid, where if you want to get things out of the boot when the roof is down, it actually raises part of the boot lid out of the way, so there's a little compartment underneath a certain area, and that's electronically controlled. That was a little bit reluctant to work. It does get a little bit reluctant to work with if it doesn't have use. So the car's been, just surplus to requirements for some time. Although the gentleman selling it to me is a mechanic himself, and he was able to sort out the problem with the head gasket out and timing belt, which he'd done. So yes, that's what will be appearing on the channel soon. The only thing that's really holding that up is the fact that I don't really want to buy temporary insurance for the new car. I'd like this one to go first. So when this car sells and it's gone, then we'll go and pick it up. Very generously, the seller has said that I can keep it in his garage until that happens, but not obviously for too long, because I'd like to get my hands on it again, and like to go for a drive. As you know, seasonal prices of convertibles and off-roaders do vary. Prices of convertibles at the moment are a little bit quiet. One of the reasons why I bought one of these is because I knew they'd be cheap at this time of year, and they are. Come the summer and everything like that, it should be worth a little bit more money. And there's some things I've got lined up for it already, actually. Those of you who've been watching my channel for a while will remember that I reviewed my father-in-law's Astra H about October time, and before that I'd made a video, I think in August, saying that the Astra H is one of the best used cars you can buy for £2,000, and mine cost me far less than £2,000, and so I put my money where my mouth is, and I've actually bought one myself. The only one I wanted to buy really was the twin top, and this is a twin top, and it should be a lot of fun. When we pick the car up, obviously there'll be a walk around on my channel, but don't forget to subscribe to see that, and for more updates and more fun things that are coming up. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and don't forget to visit my Facebook page too, facebook.com/Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. We'll see you again in another video.